You have just experimented phosphine and have been able to see their fantastic colors. Before telling you about the practical applications of phosphines, we are first going to look at the different ways of obtaining phosphines and what they are made of. Let's start with the different light sources that we mainly use to produce phosphines. The cartoons on the side taught you that phosphines can be seen both with the eyes open and closed, and that if you project your phosphine on your studies, your capacity to concentrate is significantly increased. You also learned that what is important is to put your thought in the phosphine, because the important part is phosphenic mixing, that is to say, mixing thoughts with phosphines. Practicing phosphines alone does not increase mental capacities. To develop mental capacities, you need to place thoughts that can be the summary of some lectures or a passage of what you are studying in the phosphine. It is obvious that if you can create phosphines with a basic light bulb, you can also create them from other light sources, especially the sun. But before telling you about phosphines created using the sun, I need to tell about the two types of phosphine you can obtain by looking at the lamp. In fact, the phosphine obtained from staring at the lamp for 20 seconds is called a phosphine. But if you stare at the lamp for 2 or 3 minutes instead of 20 seconds, the phosphine will appear on the lamp. This type of phosphine is called a cophosphine. Phosphines associated with lighting. You probably noticed that when staring at the lamp after 20 seconds, it starts turning blue. Instead of seeing white light, you start seeing blue-tinted light. This is what is called a cophosphine, or light-associated phosphine. Practice using the sun, and more exactly, sunrise and sunset. First of all, there are a few basic precautions to take. For those who wear glasses or contact lenses, it is essential to remove them. Glasses and contact lenses must be removed to avoid the magnifying glass effect that could burn your retina. Drink sufficiently without having eaten. This applies to everyone, as water is the best vasodilator and is ideal to refresh the retina. As there are many people who practice solar yoga, I must insist on a rule, the all or nothing rule. You need a maximum of phosphines for a minimum of lighting. The maximum phosphines are obtained from a 60 to 100 watts bulb, staring at it for 20 to 30 seconds at a distance of 1 meter. Do not use more water than your glass can contain. If you fill your glass too much, it will overflow and cause some damage you will need to clean up. It is useless staring at the light source too long, because the eye will block out the excess light and you run the risk of damaging it. What we are looking for is to obtain the maximum phosphines with minimum lighting. This means 60 to 100 watts with a daylight light bulb and 2 to 3 seconds for sunrise or sunset. After having looked at the star for 2 to 3 seconds, turn your head or place your hands in front of your eyes so that you are in the dark. Or use an eye band such as those they give you in an aeroplane when you want to sleep without being bothered by the surrounding lighting. You can now carry out your phosphenic mixing operation, which is mix your thoughts with the phosphine. For initiatory purposes, we will see what type of thought to put in the phosphine a little later on. Practicing using the reflection of the sun on water or on a surface. It is also very pleasant to practice using the reflection of the sun on water. Here you will obtain a phosphine by reflected light or by polarized light. In his book, A Scientific Key to Supernatural Phenomena, Dr. Lefebvre especially showed that polarized light is the key element in the development of clairvoyant flashes. These are also used in certain African practices, especially when the religious leader is consulted to find out whether there will be game for the hunters. The practice consists in looking at the reflection of the sun on the water contained by a gourd and then letting the visions flow. This gives the hunters the direction they must go, east, west, or south. It even happens that European hunters or explorers who were next to the African religious leader have the same vision. Why? Because, as we will see later on, phosphenes and the thoughts placed in them are easy to communicate by telepathy. For more information about polarized light and its effects, take a look at the appliance for practice pages on the site where there are some explanations.